President Tinubu renames University of Maiduguri after Muhammadu Buhari. Southeast Traditional Rulers Council abolishes Eze Ndigbo title for Igbo leaders in diaspora. Detecting fake digital lenders. Tension in Bayelsa as Nigerian army personnel attack youths protesting herdsmen killing. French army leaves Senegal, ending military presence in West Africa. Trump diagnosed with vein condition after noticing swollen legs. Summary of the news. President Tinubu renames University of Maiduguri after Muhammadu Buhari. President Tinubu announced the honor at the session of tributes of the Federal Executive Council to his late predecessor. Southeast Traditional Rulers Council abolishes Eze Ndigbo title for Igbo leaders in diaspora. The Southeast Council of Traditional Rulers has abolished the use of the title Eze Ndigbo for Igbo leaders living outside Igbo land, replacing it with Oyendu Ndigbo. They stated that Eze is a sacred title reserved for rulers traditionally installed within Igbo communities. While appreciating the efforts of diaspora leaders, the council insisted that only those with a legitimate kingdom can bear the title. All leaders abroad must now use Oyendu Ndigbo in official and public matters, with non-compliance seen as defiance. The move follows controversy in Ghana over the installation of an Eze Ndigbo, which sparked protests and debate about cultural legitimacy. Detecting fake digital lenders. Nigerians are increasingly falling victim to fake digital loan apps that offer quick cash but come with hidden dangers like high interest rates, short repayment terms, and harassment. Although getting a loan through an app is easy, many of these platforms are illegal and unregulated. To fight this, the FCCPC and Google have removed several fake apps and now require lenders to be approved before listing. Google also restricts these apps from accessing sensitive user data. Experts warn that scammers take advantage of people's desire for convenience, often making unrealistic promises and demanding upfront payments. Users are advised to verify if a loan app is approved by the FCCPC, avoid unofficial downloads, and read reviews before applying. When it comes to borrowing money, sticking to licensed financial institutions is the safest choice. Tension in Bayelsa as Nigerian army personnel attack youths protesting herdsmen killing. A violent clash occurred in Kayama community, Bayelsa State, after Ijaw youths protested against the presence of Fulani herdsmen whom they accused of attacking a local farmer and damaging farmlands. The peaceful protest escalated when soldiers from the Joint Military Task Force intervened, firing warning shots and dispersing the crowd. The incident reignited long-standing tensions over land use and security between the local residents and the nomadic herders. Protesters expressed frustration over what they saw as military aggression instead of support for their concerns. French army leaves Senegal, ending military presence in West Africa. France has officially ended its military presence in Senegal by handing over its last two bases, Kamgele and an airfield at Dakar Airport, marking the close of a 65-year chapter since Senegalese independence. The withdrawal follows a bolder trend across Africa, where former French colonies are distancing themselves from Paris and rising calls for sovereignty and self-determination. This move reflects France's changing role on the continent as it redefines partnership without maintaining permanent military installations. The handover ceremony was attended by senior military officials from both countries, including Senegal's General Mbaye Cissé and France's General Pascal Lamy. Both emphasized a shift toward a new kind of security cooperation. President Bassirou Diomaye Faye, who won the 2024 election on promises of radical reform, has called for the removal of all foreign troops by the end of 2025, while maintaining that France remains a valuable partner. He also pressed France to acknowledge and apologize for its colonial-era abuses, such as the 1944 massacre of African soldiers who fought for France during World War II. The exit from Senegal is part of a continent-wide retreat by France, which has already shut down military bases in Ivory Coast, Chad, and Gabon. Military coups in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger between 2020 and 2023 have led to French troops being expelled and replaced by Russian forces. With this latest move, Djibouti remains the only African country with a permanent French base, which is now set to become France's main military headquarters in Africa. Trump diagnosed with vein condition after noticing swollen legs. President Donald Trump has been diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency, a common condition in older adults that affects blood circulation in the legs. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt said Trump noticed mild leg swelling, prompting a series of medical tests. The results showed no serious issues such as deep vein thrombosis, heart failure, or systemic illness. Leavitt also addressed photos showing discoloration on Trump's hand, attributing it to aspirin use and frequent handshaking, calling it a harmless side effect. Trump reportedly asked for the findings to be shared publicly in the interest of transparency. Despite his condition, he is said to remain in excellent health. Follow for more. July 18, 2025.